Destination Mark.
Hey guys, happy Crash Team Rumble launch day and happy Crash Community Day. This has been a long time coming, but with Crash's latest title finally here, I think now's a great time to look back on one of the craziest games in the series, Crash 4 It's About Time. Crash 4 is a gigantic love letter to the franchise, with references, Easter eggs, and homages galore, plus some damn good tight platforming, multiple characters to play as, and a ton of collectibles. Toys for Bob took everything everyone had learned from Insane, Reignited, and Nitrofield and blended it all nicely into this single experience, and it is so much fun to play. The game looks gorgeous. With the ability to move the camera around, you can get a nice look at the beautiful environments Toys for Bob crafted. Dense jungles, bustling futuristic cities, Mardi Gras style parties. This shot with the pirate ships and hook, line, and sinker is still one of the most visually striking sights to come from a Crash game for me, period. The music is also amazing. Walter Mayer found a really great blend between paying homage to Josh Mansell's work and incorporating his own more cinematic tone into the game's soundtrack. And it rides that fine line of being goofy but not too bombastic, and grand without feeling too serious. The gameplay, like I said before, is tight-knit. It's exactly as you remember it from the classic Naughty Dog games, but with some modern twists. A pushback camera, new spin moves, the brand new wall riding and rail grinding abilities, and getting to play as Tana, Dingodile, and Cortex keep the game feeling fresh and evenly paced without it dragging on. The Quantum Masks also change up the gameplay for Crash and Coco, adding another layer of timing to the platforming that's very much welcomed. Now, of course, as I always say, the game isn't perfect. The biggest complaint everyone has is how difficult Crash 4 can be. Like I said, there are a lot of collectibles. You've got the 6 gems to grab, 2 of which require you to break all the crates and die less than 3 times. Then you'll introduce perfect relics that revert back to the Crash 1 style of playing the level perfectly with all crates broken and no deaths. The time trial relics return, but now platinum is the one you have to go for to add to the percentage. The new flashback tapes are cool, but they require you to get to them without dying like the Death Root platforms, and late into the game they get really hard to collect. The flashback tape levels themselves, while cool, also increase in difficulty exponentially, and on top of it all, there are the inverted versions of the regular levels, which all have another 6 gems to get. All of it counts towards percentage, and like Wrath of Cortex, the previous Crash 4, you can go up to 106%, but it is not for the faint of heart. All this wouldn't sound all that bad in my opinion if, 1, some of these collectibles didn't count towards percentage and instead unlocked like a cool rare skin or something, and 2, if most of the core Crash aspects weren't cranked so high up in difficulty to begin with. Let me explain. Crates are hidden good, like sometimes too good. The very level design gets real strict by Bermudula's orbit, and enemies and hazards are plentiful. Hidden gems can be in really messed up places, and even bonus rounds aren't safe, as a lot of the later ones are very challenging to complete. I get that Toys for Bob looked to Crash 1 for inspiration and wanted to, in their own words, create a Crash game that even lifelong fans like myself couldn't rush through in an afternoon, but I feel, as many others do, that they went a little too far. And what is the second true ending that you earn for reaching 106%? A 20-second cutscene confirming Uka didn't actually die, something that was shown in the beginning that no one bought, and anyone could have easily deduced. Overall, Crash 4 is still very fun. The characters are designed and animated so spectacularly, the levels are lush and amazing, the music is awesome, and the references and such are great for fans, but the completion is still where the cracks in the armor start to show even 3 years later. And the funny part is, Toys for Bob are now highly aware of this. They even made a cheeky little reference to it during a Crash Team Rumble dev Q&A. So would I still recommend Crash 4 despite its difficulty curve and collectible stipulations? Of course I would, because I would say play for as long as you want and collect as much as you feel comfortable going for. And take that time to learn the game to the best of your ability if you want to go further and hit 100 or 106%. You still get a lot of cool stuff and bragging rights out of it. And now, it's time to rumble.